Hopefully, we could get some people over from urban politics. Let's do it. Let's talk about it, man. Tell me whether you think Pooh Shiesty was a crash dummy or not.
So I love sodas. Lotus, I ate Lotus seafood twice.
What's up, man? If you think Shiesty was a crash dummy, let me know. Come up here and join it live and tell me how you feel. Join it live and say what's up. If Shiesty was a crash dummy, let me know. Tell me how you feel about that situation. If you think, oh, Shiesty just was a shooter or whatever, whatnot, let me know what's up. Let me know what's up. What's good? What's good, Zoe? Let me know what you think about Shiesty. Come up here and show your face. The link is in my post section. Tell me what you think about Pooh Shiesty. What's going on? What's popping? I can't face, I can't reveal face yet. All right, that's cool. Just come up there and block your camera out. Long as you're 18 years of age. But yeah, what you think about Pooh Shiesty? Was he a crash dummy or not? Talk to me. Did Shiesty crash out? Or was he just a shooter? That was just his forte. That was just something that he do. Think Shiesty. I think Shiesty crashed out, especially if they got evidence of it on camera. I don't know. I don't know. Was it any evidence or anything? Tell me. Y'all tell me. The link is in my post section. You know, um, right beside playlist. The link is on my homepage in my post section, right beside playlist. Click on that blue link, and I'm gonna let you in the page. You ain't got to show your face. You know, let me know. Shiesty probably did outgrow grew the contract. Shiesty probably did outgrew that contract. and he probably had some mental stuff going on when he got out of prison. But Shiesty should have known that it won't no way out of that. He was getting a bag. He had shows coming up in May. You know, that was just crash dummy. That was, I call it straight crash dummy. Shiesty was getting to the bag. He had shows coming up in May. He was on house arrest. You know, come on now. Come on now. He had the bracelet on his leg. They monitoring your every movement. You on parole and whatever you on. You know, you was on work release. You was getting to the bag. You know, your life was changed. You showing your collection of cars. You could do stuff that normal people can't do every day. Why would you mess up that bad to go back and sit in a cell? Because Gucci put you in a messed up contract. Gucci gave you a world of opportunity, messed up contract or not. Make the music. Your music make you big, and you could come up out of that, and you could renegotiate. That's how you do that. Link is in my post section. If you want to come up here and express your opinion and say how you feel or say what's on your mind about this situation, hey, link is in my post section. Be my guest. Come up here, show your face. Click on that blue link. It's in my post section. Can you shout me out? Come up here and shout your own self out. The link is in my post section. Your name reveal itself automatically. Come up here and show your face and shout your own self out. Long as you're 18 years of age, link is in my post section. Click on the blue link. Come up here and shout your own self out. And then shout all your peoples out. I don't care. I don't care how you get it in. You come up here, shout yourself out. Come up here and shout your own self out. The link is in my post section. All I ask you just be 18 years of age. You know, but tell me in the chat, was Shiesty a crash dummy or not? I believe he was a crash dummy. He had shows coming up in May. You know, he was out on parole, whatever. He was getting to the bag. You know, he could do normal stuff that the average normal person can't do. Come on now. Come on now. I know for real. I know Shiesty didn't think he could win. Ain't no way Shiesty thought he was going to come out on top. Ain't no way Shiesty thought anything from that situation. Yes. Yeah, ain't no way Shiesty was thought anything good could happen out of that situation. Link is in my post section. If you wanna come up here and show your face, be my guest. What y'all think? Yes. Yeah, y'all already know what it is. Was Pooh Shiesty a crash dummy? Talk to me. Let me know. Did Pooh Shiesty crash out? What do you think about Pooh Shiesty? Put it in the chat or click on the link that's in my post section. Talk to me.
Streets. Sheisty from the streets. Sheisty is gangster. Sheisty is street. Bro, this is documented since he was 11 years old. Nigga, any nigga that jump out the porch, that's a different type of nigga. So guess what he's saying? Hey, bro, I don't know what the way to get results. I don't know how to sit back and wait. I feel like I got fucked up. That's how he feels. He feels like, hey, bro, you done robbed me, bro. So precisely.
What's up? What's up? Talk to me.
I go get my gun. I go get my gun. If I see you in the streets, that's how
Link is in my post section. Talk to me. Link is in my post section. If you love Shiesty, you know, if you think that Shiesty crash out, talk to me.
back I had jerks, shoot a duck the wrong. So now I got to get my big back off.
Man, you know Shiesty crashed out, dog.
That's how he felt. Big dub shots. That's his bro. So he
Shiesty crashed out. If you for a second, if you think for a second that Shiesty was justified doing that, or you think he was a crash out, talk to me. Come up here and show your face. The link is in my post section. Come up here and go live. The link is in my post section. Shiesty crash out, and y'all already know what it is.
I'm just saying.
Come up here and show your face.
I'm not saying this was the
Come up here and show your face. The link in my post section. Come up here and shout yourself out. Get to it. Long you 18 years of age. Think Shiesty was a crash out? Put it in the chat. I don't care what nobody say. Shiesty crashed out. He should have never tried to rob the CEO. You don't rob, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Shiesty crashed out. You was not gonna win. You was not gonna win. I don't care if Shiesty was a shooter. I don't care. You don't do nothing on camera. I don't care if you're a shooter. Man, listen, you was getting to a bag. Now you about to go sit in this cell and rock. You about to go right up in this cell. You could do stuff that normal people couldn't do. And look, come up here and show your face.
say they should audit your life. Big Sean audit they own the millions at one point. Audit your life. If y'all audit, if he audit the life, see, hold on, y'all, hey, bro, let me out this contract, bro. And Google gonna say, hey, bro, Google gonna say, Google gonna say, Google gonna say, me. Shiesty said, "Come on, bro. Look how many millions I'm supposed to be getting paid, bro. What's this? Hey, bro, let me out this contract, bro. I got everything on the side. They want to give me billions, bro. They gonna put me in a $1 million
It don't
situation.
matter. It don't matter. Sheisty crashed out.
Hey, bro, if you want out this contract, nigga, I need 3 million, 4 million. And the nigga like Shiesty gonna be like, I'm street, nigga. I feel like I'm getting distorted. I feel like I'm getting distorted. All that on lawyer shit, all that's off the table right after you take me up. So Shiesty already had his mind made allegedly, if that's what happened. Hey, bro, you gonna do this last week, bro? That nigga don't go with the flow on me, bro. It's a takedown time. And I'm gonna be real with you from afar. Bro, hey, on. I'm not telling you because I don't ever want y'all to think that I be having this information and I know these people in the game. I'm on the internet talking. I keep saying that because I don't want nobody to try to run with no narratives and all this other shit. I don't know nobody close to the situation. I've never talked to nobody.
Put it in the chat. Think Shiesty crashed out or what? If you want to come up here and say what you got to say, the link is in my post section. Come up here and show your face.
All of this stuff is alleged. I don't know. So I say all that to say, Shiesty don't feel that Gucci Mane not go tell authorities what happened. Can y'all agree to that? What y'all think? Y'all agree to that? Exactly. Could start his own label on his own. Could start his own label. That's a fact. So I'm just saying, in his mind, I feel like in his mind, he felt that Gucci ain't if I pull this gun on Gucci and I force him to sign, Gucci just gonna have to take the lead. He not thinking, hey man, Gucci finna go tell the police. He not thinking Gucci finna go tell the feds. He not thinking Gucci finna go testify because in his mind, Gucci is a real gangster street nigga. And Gucci career is based off of really how many lyrics Gucci got about not fucking snitches and not snitching. They felt like Gucci wasn't gonna go tell. They felt like, hey bro, Gucci, we gonna do you. We gonna cross you out, and then you gonna have to just come get your lick back. We'll deal with it when you come get your lick back. They didn't think that Gucci was going to no authorities. That's how I felt. I felt like that. I feel like they thought that Gucci.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I felt that they felt like Gucci won't go and snitch and won't going to go to the authorities.
He think it's street. He think that Gucci is really a gangster time. So he think, hey, you gonna look at this and you gonna have to respect it or you gonna check it.
If you want to be heard, come up here right now and show your face.
Police and the feds with that. And you can't play it to somebody else's thoughts. They come out like that. Just never know. But I gotta let me holler at my family, my people. Y'all hit that like button, y'all way out. I'm gonna leave this up for a little bit and I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna leave it up. I'm not co-signing. I'm just telling y'all how I felt about everything. I got a lot of people asking why am I steady covering the story, why am I covering the story. Fam, y'all want me to go sell felines. Everybody want Nikes. If Nikes,
If you want to be heard.
if I'm able to produce and make Nikes right now, y'all just keep it a thousand. And I'm interested in the story myself. But if I'm able to sell Nikes, everybody
Yo,
everybody
did Pooh Shiesty crash out or what? Link is in my post section. If you want to show your face up here, be 18 years of age, go on my post section on my homepage, right beside playlist. The blue link is right there.
drop the video over here. People want to see my perspective, my opinion. So y'all have to understand how YouTube work. I get to it when I get to it. There's certain stuff I get on my.
What's up? What's up? Did Shiesty crash out or what?
Y'all need to we'll be back in just a minute. hit that like and turn this up. Y'all come back and watch the replay. Stay on the tip, man. I might put this on Facebook.
What's good? Come show your face. Come show your face. I'm live right now. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? If Pooh Shiesty crashed out and you think he was a crash dummy, a crash out, come up here and speak your piece. What's good with you? Do you think Pooh Shiesty crashed out or what? If you want to come up here and show your face, the link is in my post section. Come to the page. Come to the page. Come to the page and speak about it. I'm live right now. What's good? Yeah. What's up? You think Pooh Shiesty crashed out or what? Did Pooh Shiesty crash out or what? What y'all think, man? Did Pooh Shiesty crash out or what? Come talk about it on my page. Did Pooh Shiesty crash out or what, man? Let me know what's up. What's good, man? Everybody come to my page. You can show your face too. Yo, did Pooh Shiesty crash out or what? That's what we want to know. How you feel about Pooh Shiesty, man? How you feel? How you feel about Shiesty? Was Shiesty just a shooter? Or was he immortal? What was Shiesty like to you? I mean, if you want to come up here and show your face, the link is in my post section. But you got to be 18 years of age or just keep it in the chat. You know, was Shiesty a mortal? Was he a crash out? Was he a crash dummy? What was Shiesty to you? What was Pooh Shiesty to you? Big Ant, he doing his thing over there. He chilling, he eating and stuff. He with the fam right now. You know, talk about it here. What was Shiesty to you, man? For real. Was Shiesty a crash out or what? What was it? Did you feel Shiesty was a crash dummy? I feel that Shiesty felt that Guwap was going to keep it in the street. He won't going to tell nobody. That's why Shiesty ain't want nobody to get hurt or touched. He just was doing street work. Shiesty was putting in that work. That's all that was. That's all that was. I still think that Shiesty shouldn't have did it, knowing that people ain't going to let you get away with nothing, whether they snitch or not. People just ain't people no more. They don't keep it in the street no more. You know? Uh, Shiesty, you know, he just didn't put in, he was putting in work, man. And Guwap knew what was up. Come to my page. Trying to get a lot of people over here from Big Ant page. Big Ant killed alive. Big Ant killed alive. Yeah, but I mean, that's what all I was saying was Shiesty, that dude. How you feel about Pooh Shiesty? That's what I want to know. A lot of people scared to talk about it. I'm gonna go live with Gemini. I'm gonna ask Gemini what he think about it. A lot of people scared to talk about it.
It's Sunday, April 5th. The start.
So tell me, was Shiesty, Pooh Shiesty, a crash dummy or not? What do you think about it?
I'm not sure I have information about that. When you say Shaiso Pushaiste,
No. I'm talking about Gucci Man artist, the one that robbed Gucci Man. Do you think he was a crash dummy, or do you think he was just trying to keep it in the streets?
okay, so you're talking about the situation with Pushaiste. There were federal allegations that he and others ambushed and robbed Gucci Mane, reportedly over a contract dispute. As for whether it was a crash dummy move or keeping it in the streets, people have different perspectives.
I
Some would
know,
say
but just keep it real with me. Come on now, AI. Just keep it real with me. Was he a crash dummy, or was he just keeping it in the streets? Do you think he considered himself putting in work, thinking that Goo Walk won't?
you're asking for my take, and I get it. If he thought he was putting in work and that Gucci would never turn state's evidence, then yeah, he might have seen it as keeping it in the streets. But escalating things to that level, facing federal charges, that could end up with a life sentence. That's the definition of a crash dummy move to a lot of people.
That's a crash dummy. That's a crash dummy. Google Gemini, you said it yourself. You know, I mean, I- do you can you see within your server where they got evidence whether he really did it because it's still allegedly?
Well, based on the federal case, prosecutors laid out a bunch of evidence. They mentioned surveillance footage, rental car records, fingerprint evidence from the studio,
But
and even,
I mean, we know he was at the studio, but did he do it?
well, that's where things got complicated. While he pleaded guilty to a firearms charge, so he didn't go to trial for the full robbery and kidnapping charges, the factual basis for his plea did lay out his involvement in the whole incident, brandishing a weapon and demanding a victim sign a contract release. So officially, he
So
admitted to
did
that.
he hurt anyone? Did that have anything to do with him? Did he initiate it?
The feds definitely said he orchestrated the whole thing, arranging the meeting and bringing the other guys.
So
Yeah,
okay, how would the feds know what he orchestrated? Did they have him tap? What? Is that black box on his ankle recording? Is Let me know.
The feds had a mix of things. They used GPS data from his ankle monitor to put him at the scene. Cell phone records and license plate readers tracked their travel from Memphis to Dallas, plus surveillance video and even social media posts showing off the stolen
Then
loot.
tell the truth. Is that black box on his ankle? Do it record you?
Generally, those GPS monitors just track where you go. They don't usually record sound or anything like that.
Who knows what they got in there? Who is to say that they don't record sound?
The capabilities depend on the specific device. Typically, they focus on location tracking.
I get that part. I get what you're saying, but who's to really say that those GPSs or those house arrest bracelet do not record sound?
You're right to point that out. While most older models don't have microphones, some newer ones do have the ability to record audio.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. They have the ability to record audio. Pooh Shiesty don't know what he was saying or what the feds was listening to or how they got a lot of information on him. They got a lot of information on Pooh Shiesty.
That's a fair point. It's true that we don't know the full story on which exact model they used, or if that particular feature was active.
That's messed up. That is messed up. They probably been listening to this man coming. You know, once you get out of prison, they always say the feds is watching you.
That's a classic saying for a reason. There's definitely a feeling of being under a microscope. Regardless of how they got the evidence, those federal
But
charges.
do you think that saying, they always said this about drug dealers. When they go to prison and get caught with drugs and they get out of prison, they say the feds is still watching you.
Well, it's common for people who've been through the federal system, especially with drug charges, to be on supervised release for a while after they get out. That means they have to follow strict rules and check in with a probation officer. So, yeah, in a very real way.
I think they were watching and listening to Pooh Shiesty.
It's definitely possible and not surprising at all given the situation.
Yeah, because the feds have too much evidence on him right now.
Exactly. Their case was built on a really solid foundation of digital and physical evidence.
Okay, just be honest with it. We're looking at Pooh Shiesty going back to prison for the first charges, right? Since he didn't complete everything, since he got in more trouble.
That's basically right. Getting federal charges while on home confinement for a previous firearms charge is a major violation. So, yeah, he's likely facing going back to prison to serve the rest of the first sentence.
How much was the rest of the first sentence did he have left?
He was originally sentenced to 5 years and 3 months. After serving about 3 years, he got put on home confinement, with about 6 months left to complete that part of his sentence before transitioning to supervised release. So, that's potentially what he has left to serve on the first charge.
Okay, and this last charge, how many years he gonna get?
It's hard to say for sure because the new charges were really serious. Kidnapping and armed robbery, both of those carry potential sentences up to life in federal prison. So he's facing a really long time.
With a good lawyer, what he looking at, about 8 to 10? With a good lawyer, what he looking at, about 8 to 10?
Even with a great lawyer, 8 to 10 years would probably be on the low end, considering those charges carry much higher potential
Okay,
sentences.
with a good lawyer, 25 to life.
Yeah, based on the seriousness of the charges like kidnapping and armed robbery, and the evidence prosecutors laid out, something like that is definitely on the table. The final decision, though, rests with the judge.
How do you assess Pooh Shiesty life? Everything that he had going on, the stuff that he could do more than normal people could do, just by him having a rap career, by him being in the rap circle, or just being a rapper in general. How do you assess his life and what he gave up to be a crash dummy or to crash out?
It's pretty clear he gave up a lot of potential. Back in Blood was massive, his debut mixtape was hitting high on the charts, and he was signed to a major label. He was making real money and building a huge following, living a lifestyle that most people can only dream of. By allegedly orchestrating that robbery and kidnapping, he put all that on the line and is now facing a very long prison term. He basically traded a skyrocketing career for a chance at life behind bars. How do you see it?
So that's funny that you say he he traded a life career for a chance to be behind bars. So that means he loved the way. He loved it. He loved prison. He loved jail. He loved being locked up behind bars.
That's one way to look at it. Some people feel like he chose to follow street code over building a successful career.
But
Maybe
I think he took a gamble. And the gamble is that Gucci Man would keep it in the streets. But he couldn't have been too smart. Everybody say, oh, he's a gangster. He's a gangster.
you're
Okay.
right to call it a gamble. He bet big on that code, but between the digital tracking and the social media posts by his crew, the feds had a mountain of evidence on him, making it tough regardless of what
I
Gucci did.
appreciate it. Go on and drop that in the Cash App real quick. I appreciate you for doing that. I will give you $600. I appreciate you. That'll put me where I need to be. I appreciate you. Let me see them bells ring in the Cash App. At Carolina Bull 1911. I appreciate you. That is very special that you'll do something like that for me. Thank you.
It
Yeah.
sounds like you're asking for a cash transfer.
No, I was just giving my Cash App to one of to one of my subscribers. They want to give me $600 to make sure I'm up and well, and I appreciate them. You know, whatever you could give. I ain't asking for 600. I'm just saying whatever you could give. I thank you. Now let's get back to it. Let's get back to the Sheisty business. And my Cash App is in my bio. So if you didn't get it, it's in my bio. At Carolina Bull 1911. You know, going to drop that off as soon as possible. I appreciate it.
I understand you're sharing
What's the
your Cash App
limit? What's the limit on Cash App per day? I don't even think you could do 600. Think the last person that sent me 6 had to send me like 5. What's the most you could send a day on Cash App?
For verified users, Cash App generally allows sending up to $7,500 per week. There isn't
Oh
a
wow.
fixed daily.
Okay, there's not a fixed daily limit. So you can send up that 600. I only drop that and I appreciate that. That's the code of conduct. That's how we rock. That's how we get down. And come up here and show your face after you drop it. And don't be afraid to drop it.
Even though there's no fixed daily limit, I can't actually send money through Cash App. I can
Nah,
just
I
provide
was talking
information about
to
it.
one of the subs, the
I
subscribers.
understand.
But let's get back into this pooh shiesty business, man. This is
Sounds good. Let's get back.
this is bad. You say
Yeah,
pooh
it's a
shiesty
pretty grim
traded
situation.
in a career for prison time. Where they do that at?
That's a fair point. It's hard to understand why someone would risk so much, but it seems he prioritized that street code above anything else.
Give me your assessment from cars, jewelry to whatever type lifestyle Pooh Shiesty was living. Just say some things of material stuff that he have that he gave up to go sit and rot in prison.
Pooh Shiesty was draped in diamonds, heavy chains, Rolex watches, and custom pendants like his big bird piece. He was buying luxury cars like a Lamborghini Urus and showing off stacks of cash on social media. He basically gave up that whole flashy life to sit in a federal prison cell. Anything else you're curious about regarding his lifestyle?
Uh, how much would you say he probably could rake in within a month?
Based on how popular he was, with Back in Blood going platinum and his mixtape doing so well, he was likely pulling in tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands per month from streaming royalties, show bookings, and merchandise. It really depends on how active he was with performances at the time. Does that give you a sense of what he walked away from?
Yeah, it do. He walked away from a big solid stash, a big piece. How would if you was a human, and I know you don't have feelings, but let's say if you was his cousin or uncle or something, and you was a human, what would you say to him?
If I were in that position, I'd probably tell him that he had a once in a lifetime chance, that he was throwing away his future. And that code doesn't really hold weight when you're facing a life sentence in federal prison. I'd try to show him there's a different way to get respect and secure his family. But ultimately,
Okay, so what does this say about the average minute mind human being when they're in a position of boss position or executive position? What does this say how small his mind or the knowledge that he had, how smart he was, how wise he was?
I guess it shows that no matter how much power or wealth you have, your judgment can still be clouded by things like a need for approval or an outdated idea of loyalty. True wisdom comes from recognizing the right path
Now,
forward.
what did you call it? Outdated. Say it again. Outdated.
Yeah, I called it an outdated idea of loyalty. Because sticking to street code when you're a boss with so much to lose seems old school and self destructive. What do you think?
No one sticks to the street code anymore. If you rob somebody, they're gonna call the police, the authorities. People have worked hard. People have worked hard. Drug dealers even tell on themselves now when the cops try to rob them. They'll say, nah, I had more money than that. Nah, I had more drugs than that. What's the rest of the drugs? What's the rest of the money? I had more than that. You took some.
You've got a point about how things have changed. It seems the traditional street code isn't as solid as it once was, and people are looking out for themselves, even if it means exposing their own illegal activity.
How many people have snitched in the last year?
There aren't official statistics on exactly how many people have operated as informants in the last year.
If you could look up in your server of how many people that you have known to be on paper, to be a snitch, how many people could you look up? Could you look up more than 100 people within the last 2 years that have snitched?
I can't access data on specific individuals, so
No,
remain
I'm just
confidential.
saying. I'm just saying from your server, from the stories that have been heard.
I can only access publicly available information on my server. While there have been many stories about snitching in the news and social media in recent years, I don't have access to a specific number or database of everyone who has done that. Are you interested in a particular case or trend?
I'm just saying because, like you said, it's an outdated code. People say no snitching. How many
Right, that's what we
superstars
were
have you
discussing.
known? How many superstars? Do you know over 5 superstars that have known to tell on their co-defendants?
Well, we've been talking about pooh, though he didn't go to trial to testify against others himself. In recent years, Takashi 699 made big headlines for cooperating extensively.
Uh-huh. That's one. Give me four more.
You might remember Soldier Boy cooperating in a gun case years ago. More recently, several defendants in the YSL RICO trial took plea deals and agreed to elements that would testify against Young Thug. Also, there's been a lot of talk about Diddy's legal troubles, where various people are cooperating with the feds against him. And in the legal world outside of rap, Ghislaine Maxwell provided testimony against Jeffrey Epstein.
There you go. There you go. No one keeps it solid. It don't matter whether your ethnicity or nothing. The street code is outdated. No one keeps it solid anymore. If you're talking about an outdated street code, you're left in the smoke. Snitches get stitches. That right there, they'll say it just to keep you tame. You know, they'll say it to keep you tame, but first come, first serve. They gonna
That's a really
snitch on you.
insightful way to put it.
They gonna snitch on you. They gonna tell on you. Gucci Man gonna tell. Did the Fed say Gucci Man told or not? What's Gucci Man real name? Was it in the was it in your server?
Yes, it's true that Gucci Mane's real name, Radrick Delantic Davis, was mentioned in the federal complaint because he was one of the victims in the robbery. The Fed said the victims recognized the people involved, but I can't actually say whether Gucci Mane
They
himself.
are gonna snitch on you. It ain't no way around it. They have to snitch. It ain't no way around it. Why do they snitch so bad?
It usually comes down to self-preservation. When facing really long prison sentences or serious consequences, people often prioritize their own freedom and will cooperate with authorities to get a better deal, even if it means turning on others. There's often a lot of pressure in those situations. Does that make sense?
If you ride with somebody that's never been to prison and you did a crime and y'all get pulled over by the state trooper or any law enforcement, and they say, who bag is this because it's filled with illegal items that can get you life in prison? He say, I'm gonna split y'all up and I'm gonna question y'all individual to see who breaks. Who do you think gonna break?
That's a tough scenario. The person who's never been to prison might feel a lot more pressure and fear the unknown, so they could be more likely to crack. But you never know.
I think
Sometimes
both
people
of them could crack. Don't you think the driver could say no? That's the person's uh the passengers, and the passenger could say it's the drivers. I think both of them will crack under pressure.
You're absolutely right. That's a perfectly possible scenario. The fear of facing potential life in prison and not knowing what the other person is saying could definitely lead both of them to point fingers at each other, essentially cracking under pressure, like you suggested.
Just to check who's going to be playing in the Final Four. I mean, not the Final Four, but the Nationals on Monday. I know UConn is in there.
On Monday night, it's going to be UConn versus Michigan for the national
Oh,
championship.
so Michigan beat Arizona?
Yep, Michigan took down Arizona 91-73 on Saturday night.
So Arizona, what seed was they?
They were a number 1 seed in the West region, and Michigan was also a number 1 seed in the Midwest.
And Duke would have been a number 1 seed on the East. Are you there? So to be Michigan versus UConn. UConn going to the Final Four. Let me get Gemini back up here. Yeah, so
Hey, I'm here.
anything else about Gucci Man that you could tell me?
Oh, all sorts of things. He's considered one of the pioneers of trap music. You know, that style with the heavy bass and sharp beats.
Tell me about
He's also had a seriously influential record label.
Tell me about that stuff him and Pooh Sheisty just went through.
Basically, there were some federal charges brought against Pooh Shiesty and several others. They were accused of kidnapping and robbing Gucci Mane and some other people at a recording studio in Dallas. Apparently, it all stemmed from a disagreement over his record contract with Gucci Mane's label. It sounds like a pretty serious situation.
Did Pooh Shiesty, did he raise the gun and point it at Gucci Man?
The official allegations are that Pooh Shiesty did produce a firearm and force Gucci Mane to sign paperwork on the contract at gunpoint, though there were other people involved in harm as well.
Did he put the gun actually on Gucci Man?
Yes, that's what's alleged in the federal complaint.
And what was Gucci Man saying? Wop, wop, 1017.
Interestingly, Gucci Mane hasn't really made a public statement about it. The reports all come from the Department of Justice and the FBI.
So was Gucci Mane a victim?
Yeah, fundamentally, according to the allegations, Gucci Mane
is Gucci Man still smoking on Pookie Low?
That's a pretty harsh thing to say, referencing that old beef with Jeezy. He did mention it during their versus battle in 2020, but
So
whether he's still
what
doing
could
it
they
isn't
say about this incident? Smoking, so people can Pooh Shiesty can say he's smoking on Gucci Man.
well. Thankfully, that scenario didn't end up happening.
Well,
Though
I
the
mean, once you're the victim, you could still get smoked on because you got robbed.
Right. I understand what you're getting at. In slang, smoking on someone means to disrespect them after they've passed, usually by celebrating
Not
their
now,
death.
not no more.
So,
These people do anything now. Now you could smoke on someone if you took advantage of them.
okay. That makes sense. Slang's always changing and depends on the context. So if
Cause
someone's
then Pooh
defining it,
Shiesty say who said they was smoking on Lil Wayne, but he's still alive.
that was Pooh Shiesty in his new song FDO. He
Okay.
mentioned smoking on Lil Wayne. But from what people understand, he's talking about Lil Wayne being locked up, not being dead. It's another one of those slang
I
phrases.
understand it. I understand it. But I'm just saying, this day and time, they can make anything up in an instant.
You've got a point there. Information moves really fast and meanings can get twisted all the time, especially with slang
So,
like that.
from a street perspective, is Gucci Man labeled a snitch now?
Well, and this is just from a slang perspective, based on those DOJ documents surfacing that allegedly identify people. Some people in that culture might view that as cooperating with authorities, but it really depends on who you ask.
Did Gucci Man cooperate? Did you see it in your server? Did what's Gucci Man real name? Roger Davis?
Yes, you're right. Radrick Davis is his real name. And those documents from the Department of Justice do describe him as identifying people involved in that studio situation.
Did he say Pooh
That's why some
Shiesty?
people
Did
might
he
label it
say
that way,
Pooh
but
Shiesty? Did Gucci Man say Pooh Shiesty up the gun on him and robbed him?
yes, typically in those DOJ documents.
So
The
Gucci
narrative-
Man cooperated. He didn't keep it in the street. Gucci Man is not solid. It's been a whole list of people from the ATL that's not solid from Atlanta. Can you give me some of those names? Like Rollo, Lil Baby.
You're mentioning Rollo and Little Baby, and it's true that Rollo has faced allegations of cooperating with authorities, which has caused debates. For Little Baby, while he hasn't faced snitching accusations, there have been discussions about his standing in the streets in the context of different feuds and alliances. Is there a particular angle you're interested in regarding them?
Okay. What would you say about Lil Baby in the streets?
From what's discussed, Lil Baby is generally seen as having strong street ties and credibility, coming from that life and often talking about it in his music. While he's not directly tangled in snitching accusations, like we said, the street dynamics in Atlanta
So
are
Lil
complex.
Baby's solid. Now, give me your perspective on Gucci Man, where he stands at right now. If he's solid or he ain't.
So, relative to current slang definitions, because of those Department of Justice documents surfacing that allege he provided information, there's definitely a segment of people in that street culture who would now view him as not being solid. Others might disagree, but that's the main point of debate right now.
So Gucci's not solid. Gucci is not solid. Gucci said in all his videos and his music, his only thing is to keep it in the streets.
That's precisely the crux of the conversation now. He's always pushed that street image, but this development has led to a real division in opinion about whether he lived up to it or not. It really depends on whose perspective you value.
So snitching is a part of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're not wrong in that the street code universally despises snitching and sees it as a major violation.
Okay.
Often,
Then Alpo snitch. Then Frank Lucas snitch. Then the other guys from American Greed snitch.
yes, based on historical records, both Frank Lucas and Alpo Martinez did become informants and provide information to law enforcement. That's why their legacies are so defined by those actions in the street.
Then Alpo tell the streets that he snitched and that he had to tell.
Alpo Martinez did give public interviews after he got out, where he did discuss the snitching. While he didn't try to justify it to the streets in a way that would be accepted there, he presented it more as a survival tactic and part of his story.
But
His return to
I mean, think about it. Didn't he have to tell? Isn't it a part of the game? They say if the police don't get you, the boys gonna get you. Have you ever heard of that terminology?
Yeah, I've heard that terminology. In that context, the police are the official authorities, and the boys usually refers to people in the streets or rival gangs. It's like saying you can't escape either way. Is that how you understand it?
That's how I understand it. So, Pooh Shiesty thought Gucci Man would want to keep it in the streets. Is that how you understand it?
Well, relative to the federal complaint that's out, yes, the narrative is that Pooh Shiesty arranged that meeting, expecting to settle business among themselves, on street terms, not anticipating Gucci Mane would provide information to the police. That's why those accusations of cooperation are causing such a big debate.
So, or did Gucci Man partners call the police, or his CEO partners call the police?
The reporting from the Department of Justice that's available doesn't lay out exactly who called the police, just that the federal investigation started after the incident happened. The main focus of the document is that Pooh Shiesty and the others were charged with those federal crimes
What did
against
it say about Gucci Man? What did it say about Guwap? Pooh Shiesty is a crash dummy. We know he crashed out. What did it say? Guwap kept it solid, or did it say Guwap said Pooh Shiesty did it to him?
The official accusations are that Pooh Shiesty produced a firearm and forced Gucci Mane to sign that paperwork at gunpoint, and that Big 30 helped block the door. It also mentions
Big 30 blocked the door, but did Gucci Man say it out of his mouth? Is it in the report?
The official complaint says that after the incident, Gucci Mane and the other victims did identify Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 as being involved. So yes, his identification is in the reports. Is there anything
So
specific?
Gucci Man is not, he didn't keep it in the streets. He said he wouldn't tell. Pooh Shiesty thought he was dealing with a street-minded individual. And Pooh Shiesty gambled his life on a street-minded individual. What would you say about being Pooh Shiesty right now?
Well, considering those charges and how serious they are, facing potential life in federal prison would be incredibly stressful. Regardless of the street perspective and what he thought, the legal consequences are now the most immediate and critical thing for him.
Didn't Pooh Shiesty have a few shows coming up in May?
Yes, it looks like he's scheduled for Rolling Loud in Orlando, Florida on May 9th.
So Pooh Shiesty had work release. He was getting a bag. He was keeping it solid. He had good music. FDO, FDO. Pooh Shiesty was doing it. I give it
You
up.
summed it up well.
I give it up for Pooh Shiesty. He's a real crash dummy. He thought Gucci Man was keeping it 1,000 in the streets. This hurts me that a young black individual, successful as Pooh Shiesty, that's been around all those smart people in feds, comes out and lets everybody down. How does this impact you? Do you feel any way about Pooh Shiesty? Put it in the chat. I think Pooh Shiesty just threw away his life behind Gucci Man in that contract. I don't care whether the contract was 500,000, 300,000, $1 million. How much did Gucci Man sign Pooh Shiesty?
Specific details about the contract's monetary value aren't generally public, though contract disputes are common in the music industry. You're right, there have been recent legal troubles involving the two of them. Is there anything else you'd like to know about that?
Was Pooh Shiesty cousin signed to 1017?
Yes, Pooh Shiesty's cousin, Big Scar, was also signed to Gucci Mane's label, 1017 Records. Sadly, Big Scar passed away in 2022. Is there anything else you'd like to know about them?
Did Gucci Man pay for the funeral?
Yes, there was some controversy about it. Gucci Mane's wife posted receipts showing he paid $20,000 to the funeral home, but some of Big Scar's family said that wasn't enough because the total cost was $60,000. His father later said he was grateful for the contribution. Does that clear things up for you?
Yeah. Gucci did his part. I mean, he can't give the man all his money. He did his part. He's not going to pay for that man's whole funeral. You know, uh, why would you have a $60,000 funeral when you don't
That's a
have
good
it?
point.
The average funeral can run you from $9,000 to $10,000.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the average cost these days. It can definitely be higher for things like a viewing, premium casket, or a cemetery
Yeah,
plot.
yeah, and all that. But I mean, come on now, come on now. Gucci
I
Man, Gucci Man gave 20,000. That was good enough. Correct me
I
if I'm wrong.
Well, like we discussed, Gucci Mane did pay 20,000, and some family members felt that was enough, while others pointed out the total cost was much higher. It's really just a difference in perspective on what feels fair. You're not necessarily wrong, just seeing it from one side.
So what is Gucci Man going to do from here on out? Is he going to come back with vengeance? Is he going to crash out, or he just going to move different?
That's a big question. It's hard to say for sure what he'll do next. Given the serious nature of the federal charges against Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane might focus on the legal side of things and
So how
continue to.
does this impact Gucci Man as a solid rapper, keeping it in the streets? Does this shatter his credibility, his name, and everything that he stood for keeping it in the streets?
That's interesting to think about. On one hand, being targeted by someone you signed might seem like a setback. But on the other hand, some people might see it as proof he really is dealing with that lifestyle, which could actually reinforce his image about being about the streets.
But this would have made it solid for Guwap and would have made it solid for Pooh Shiesty if Guwap would have just kept it in the streets. But see, they let the money get involved. Pooh Shiesty didn't shoot nobody or kill nobody. Guwap knew to tell the people, keep it in the streets. But it was out of Guwap hand because he had other uh partners there and other executives there. And so he had to go along with what happened. And Pooh Shiesty then robbed them of jewelry and almost choked and killed the man. And these guys are millionaires and they're CEOs. They're not going to have that. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. If
It
Guwap,
sounds like you're saying there's a
if Guwap is the king, Pooh Shiesty is the shooter. Pooh Shiesty should have stayed in his place and remained the shooter. He was good. He had everything. He could do stuff that normal people couldn't do. Why would Pooh Shiesty go? I don't get it. That makes Pooh Shiesty look weak to me.
It seems like you have a strong opinion on loyalty to your team and not crossing the people who help you.
That's
You're
right. That's right. You got to be loyal. You have to be a person of integrity.
I
I
understand you
don't care
value
if you got
loyalty and
to eat
integrity.
that. I don't care. You got to be loyal to a fault. I don't care. You know, you have to be loyal, but this day and time ain't no more loyalty. Ain't nobody doing no time for you. That time you can't get it back. You can't get it back. I still miss time when I was young. I can still
That's
feel
something
the
a lot
little
of people
time
feel.
that I missed out of my life. You can never get that time back.
You're right. Time only goes one way. It can be tough to live with regret sometimes.
So who you think gonna spin the block next? And this is crazy to even be talking like this about this. This is dumb. Our community is dumb. If you bigging up Gucci Man, for keeping it solid, for keeping it in the streets, you dumb. If you bigging up Pooh Shiesty for robbing Gucci Man or operating as a gangster, you dumb. This is dumb for the black community. And Pooh Shiesty, what a great rapper. FDO, FDO, first day out the feds. I just got up off the bunk beds. I don't know. I don't know, but it's just dumb for the black community, the black culture. It's just dumb. And I can't respect that on no level. I can't respect it on no level. Now,
I hear your frustration. You're expressing that you don't think people should celebrate Gucci Man or Pooh Shiesty if it promotes violence or makes the black community look bad, no matter how successful their music is. It sounds like you value community well being over street credibility or fame. Is that correct?
that's correct. Now Pooh Shiesty got to go do life in prison. No more good music.
If he's convicted, those charges definitely carry a maximum sentence of up to life in federal prison. So you're right, his career might be over.
Oh, his career's over. He can't go to do 10 years and bounce back. Who gonna wait on Pooh Shiesty for 10 years?
You're making a practical point.
The only way they'll wait on Pooh Shiesty if he get 2 to 3 years. And that ain't gonna happen, Captain.
You're saying that even a shorter sentence might be too long, and that a quick release is unlikely. So that basically seals his
If it
fate.
ain't 2 years or less,
I understand.
Pooh Shiesty done.
Considering the federal charges and the potential life sentence, yeah, that's a reasonable conclusion from a career standpoint. It's definitely a major turn of events.
If it ain't 2 years or less, Pooh Shiesty is done. Mark my word on everything.
You're definitely making a clear statement about what you see as the line for his future in music. We'll have to see how the legal process unfolds.
Can Gucci Man drop all charges?
Actually, no. Since these are federal charges, it's the government that brings the case, not an individual like Gucci Man. While he might tell the prosecutors he doesn't want to proceed, the decision on whether to drop them is ultimately up to the federal prosecutor and the court. Does that make sense?
Man, I think Guwap would drop all charges, and I think he could convince his team to drop all charges, but he couldn't never deal with Pooh Shiesty again. But since the feds say, nah, we got this on camera.
That's exactly the key point. Even if Gucci Man wanted to step back, the federal government has its own case, especially if they feel they have strong evidence like video.
Have you heard that they got video evidence?
Yes, federal prosecutors have mentioned they have surveillance footage from the studio, as well as from other places like a nearby store and a hotel. They're also using electronic monitoring data, phone records, and social media posts as evidence. Is there anything else about the evidence you're curious about?
Nah, just sad. FDO, FDO. It's just sad, man. I can't rock with it. Can't rock with Pooh Shiesty. I can't rock with Gucci Man. Gucci Man too old. He made enough money. Once you make millions like that, just continue doing your catalog, continue doing your shows, you know, uh stop trying to be CEO, and I can't tell him what to do and making a rap label, but man, leave the young boys alone, man. For real. You see it's not gonna work out in your favor. It seems like now every song Pooh Shiesty was rapping about, he was talking about robbing Gucci Man the whole time.
I hear your frustration. You're expressing that you think both Gucci Man and Pooh Shiesty are in the wrong in different ways, and you feel like the outcome just doesn't work out for anyone in the community. You're also pretty disappointed with everything that has happened. Is that right?
That's right. But now I go back and listen to Pooh Shiesty old lyrics. It seemed like he was talking about Gucci Man.
That's interesting. Sometimes artists do put hints about their real life relationships in their music, and people go back and look for clues afterward. Are there
Like those
specific lyrics you're
videos
thinking
that
about?
Gucci Man, Pooh Shiesty would be rapping with videos with Gucci Man in it. and he talk about robbing the artist, or just came out the booth and he about to rob a rapper, sound like he was talking about Gucci Man. Anytime he talk about robbing a rapper, it sound like he talking about Gucci Man.
It sounds like you're connecting some of those lyrics directly to the situation with Gucci Man, even in videos where they were together. Sometimes art and reality can cross paths like that, and it definitely makes you listen differently afterward.
Can you give me some lyrics where Pooh used to talk about robbing a rapper out of the booth?
Sure. In a song called Still Remember with Gucci Man, Pooh Shiesty says, might rob a rapper right after a session. Give me them keys in that watch. That line definitely talks about robbing someone directly after recording.
He's
Is
talking
that
about robbing Gucci Man. Give me those keys in that watch. What kind of watches do Gucci Man wear?
Gucci Man definitely has a collection of super high-end watches. He's been known to wear Richard Mille, Audemars Piguet, Bulgari, and Jacob & Co. Often with
Okay, so Pooh Shiesty was talking about robbing Gucci Man and taking his car. He know Gucci Man keep money on him and diamonds. At one time, Gucci Man said he didn't rob nothing but diamond chains. Bird. Yeah, this is tremendous, man. I think I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I do. Yeah, I think Pooh Shiesty is ready to rob Gucci Man every time. Now Pooh Shiesty probably wish he would have did something else to Gucci Man. And I ain't gonna put that on nobody. But now I think Pooh Shiesty wish he would have did something else to Gucci Man. But I don't want to even put that out in the atmosphere. That Pooh Shiesty wished that way, that he would have did something like that to Gucci Man. Man, Pooh Shiesty was a real solid individual. He was a shooter. Gucci Man looked at him as, under him, a little boy.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of drama between them recently. Pooh Shiesty was signed to Gucci Mane's label, but then there were allegations about an armed robbery and even kidnapping
What did
involved in it.
Pooh Shiesty talk about? Ain't no more Mufasa. What is he saying?
Ain't No Mufasa is actually a line from his song FD, which stands for First Day Out. It seems to be a reference to someone who might have been considered a powerful leader, like Mufasa from The Lion King.
So he was talking Gucci Man. Ain't no more Mufasa. He was talking about Gucci Man. Gucci Man was a powerful leader that was over Pooh Shiesty. He's saying ain't no more Mufasa.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people take it.
Because his cousin was who? Who was his cousin? Scar.
Yes, in the story of The Lion King, Scar is Mufasa's brother. Are you thinking that Pooh Shiesty might have been referring to himself as Scar in that scenario, since Scar was the one who challenged the leader?
Yep. So I told you the whole time Pooh Shiesty been making references towards Gucci Man. He knew Gucci Man was an easy lick. He backdoored him. He was right up under his nose the whole time. He know Gucci have diamonds, Rolex watches, and cars and money on him at all times. Easy lick.
That's a perspective a lot of people share, connecting the lyrics to the actual legal issues that came up, where there were charges about an incident at a studio involving Gucci Mane and others. It definitely
If
paints a picture.
Gucci Man would have came out there trying to be hard by himself, ain't no telling what Pooh Shiesty would have did with that man.
Right. Based on the accusations, it sounds like things got really heated, with guns present and even people being physically hurt. There's definitely a lot of speculation about what could have happened. Is there anything else you're wondering about the situation?
Nah, I'ma let it go. Pooh Shiesty lost, Gucci Man lost. I lost respect for both of them for playing in the black community and thinking that it's cool this day and time to be out here shooting and killing and robbing each other. That is the weakest ever in my eyes. I hate I ever did it. I hate everything about not being in community in the black community. Uh, that no snitching stuff. I don't care nothing about the streets. I don't care nothing about the streets. The streets
I,
don't mean nothing to me. The streets is dead. You know, because at this point in time, I would have gave it up. When you're young, I guess Pooh Shiesty, he was at that age though. He knew better. But when you're young and you still out there like that, you'll do anything, man. You play with these young boys, their minds still cannot comprehend. He went on $1 million worth of game. They gave him all the advice in the world.
you're talking about when he was on the podcast with Gilly and Wallow tried to give him some advice about changing his path before he got locked up. It sounds like you feel like he had the opportunity to listen, but made choices that led to
A
negative
lot of them,
consequences.
pretty sure Gucci Man and gave him advice. Everybody gave him advice. Do this, do that, do that. You get into the bag, keep consistently dropping. But you want to talk about your CEO. You want to bite the hand that feeds you. You don't want to be in community. You want to be the big dog. You want to be the rumble in the jungle. You want to be the big one.
That's a very strong point of view, that he chose a dangerous path despite having opportunities and mentors. You see it as a loss of respect for both of them for contributing to conflict instead of building community, and that
Yeah.
the street code.
Yeah, man. I mean, once you get that paper, man, get out of them streets, man. I'm telling you. Let them streets go, because if the police don't get you, the boys gonna get you. If the boys don't get you, you gonna slip and somebody gonna hit you, because they done seen too many materialistics. Man, I'm so gifted to tell you the wisdom and the knowledge.
I get it. You're saying when people get money,
That's
they
why
should
I
leave.
told them, listen to the scholar. You got to listen to the scholar, giving scholarships permanent to the grave. Man, ain't no more of that, man. That stuff lame, man. That street stuff whack.
So you're saying that glorifying that life and the consequences,
That's
like getting killed,
that. I mean,
is
this
just
is the
not cool
dumbest
anymore.
situation
You,
ever. This make the street stuff. This ain't gangster. This ain't nowhere near gangster.
I
This
get it what you're
this
saying.
make the street
You feel
stuff look dumb. This make street stuff look dumb. This make black communities look. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
I hear you. You believe these kinds of conflicts and the street mentality just make things worse for everyone and
This
reflect poorly
this
on.
this just make everything about the streets look dumb. This make the no snitching rule look dumb.
Okay. You feel that both the lifestyle and its rules, like the code against cooperating with the police, just don't make sense and cause problems. Is there anything else you want to voice about it?
It's all dumb. It's all dumb in my eyes. I don't want to even say nothing about it. I don't really even want to talk about it no more. Pooh Shiesty week, Gucci Man week, Big 30 week. Big 30 sat down, waited on Pooh Shiesty to come out of prison. He was getting his bag, getting to his money. And look, now he done went and got himself in a whole boatload of trouble.
I get it. You've said your piece and feel like they all made bad choices and ended up in trouble, even when they were having success. You're ready to move on from the topic. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
These rappers want to be the creme de la creme. They want to be the hardest thing that ever walked the street. Gucci, people say Gucci was the hardest, and nobody
That's true.
couldn't touch him.
Street.
Gucci said he could never be the victim.
Yes. Building that reputation and never showing weakness is a big part of their identity.
Gucci
Trying to
said,
live.
"What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna smoke you. I'm gonna smoke you, smoking on Pookie Low." Man, that's so weak. That's so weak, man. Stop idolizing these people. Stop idolizing these people.
I hear you.
I don't idolize
feel like
people. Stop idolizing these people, man. I don't believe. I don't look up nothing in the hood. The hood is so weak. I could give anybody a gun and turn them into a powerful individual.
You're saying that idolizing that lifestyle and those actions is just not
Man,
right.
I could go pick somebody up off the corner right now and turn them into a gangster and tell them and put a gun in their hand and put a pocket full of money in their pockets and tell them you're a gangster. Take them out the Outback Steakhouse, feed them a great steak, and say you're a part of the team. Give them a bottle of liquor and some weed to smoke. Put them on some new clothes, get them fresh, and I could turn them into a gangster. I could take anybody and turn them into a gangster. Man, that's weak now. None of that stuff is solid. Gucci man out here, he looks stupid. He's a snitch now. Pooh Shiesty, that's the dumbest thing ever known to man to do, especially when you get into the money. Pooh Shiesty is the most dumbest. Man, I can't. Man, shoot, man, that irks me. What they did and how they made the black community look off this instance. This is the hand that feeds you. Gucci Man, CEO, Pooh Shiesty, the shooter, the rapper. Contract, bam. It is what it is. He put you in position. He feeding you. Why would you go against the CEO? You're nothing but a shooter. He claimed he the boss and no more Mufasa and all this. Man, listen, these young minds ain't developed yet. Gillian Wallow gave him all the knowledge and everything that he needed to know. Get out of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Move from your city. They're gonna kill you in your city. Man, you done killed yourself. You just got out of the feds with all them mature men in there sitting in there giving you game. They know you got money. You know your commissary was packed. You know they was taking care of you, giving you game, making sure you was straight. Now you back up in that mud. That's because you liked the way. You liked the way that was your home from home. You became institutionalized. Uh, How did
You're
you?
really emphasizing that
How did in his mind, in his little acorn mind, his little minute mind, that he thought that this was going to go well for him? Dealing with CEOs and Gucci partners, they CEOs, and whoever else was in them meetings, real
you're saying it's
established
in over his head.
meetings,
Right. A formal business situation with major
and it's
players.
on camera. It's on camera. Man, I never look at rap music, these rappers the same. They could say the hardest lines and have the hardest verses ever. Man, if you ain't bigging up whoever in your circle, whoever in your community, man, if you out here trying to backdoor somebody, you out here trying to get over on somebody and they putting you in position, you is the most weakest thing. That's the new street code. Don't be weak. Don't go against the hand that feeds you. That's the new street code. That's the new solid right there. That's the new street code. You go against the hand that feeds you, you weak. You weak. You weak. That's the new street code.
You're strongly saying that loyalty and not betraying those who help you are the real sign of strength now, redefining what street and solid means.
Community. Community is the new street code. Being
I
there,
see.
being there for your community. Never going against. Never going against. Never going against. You
That's a
ain't
powerful
you
way to
don't
put
even
it.
have to say the word no snitching now. It's embedded for life.
You're saying it's deeply ingrained, almost like a permanent principle of that life, whether people use the specific words or not. You've
You ain't
made your
even
views
got to
clear
even
about how
bring that up
restrictive
no
you think
more
that
because
is.
when you bring that up, when you bring up the no snitching clause, you look weak. You look like an amateur. You look like you don't know what you're talking about. Stay within your community, get it within your circle. You know, I mean, The black community looking real weak right now. That's the weakest, most gangsters move I ever seen. I ain't never seen a gangster move so weak.
I get it. You see their actions as the opposite of strong and believe it reflects poorly on the
I mean,
community.
what did he do? What did he trade in? He traded in everything he worked hard for to go rot in a prison cell. He didn't do nothing. What is getting in a fight? What is choking somebody out, robbing them for their Rolex watches, going to flash it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube? Come on, man. Get out of here, man. You's a dummy. You up. I'm talking about exotic cars, cribs. I mean, you up. Never have to work again a day in your life besides doing rap concerts and shows. You up. You gave all that up because you wanted the
You're saying he
you
traded in
gave it
success.
all up because you wanted the position that Gucci Man holds, the title that Gucci Man's hold. You wanted to be the king of the crop. There's nothing higher. Sucker MC should call me sire.
You're saying his ambition to be the top name in the rap game, to take over where Gucci Mane was, is what caused him to lose everything.
Yeah,
You think he was chasing that
he didn't
status no
want to
matter
be a
what?
sucker MC. He didn't want to call Gucci Man sire no more.
Right. You're tying those lines from lyrics to the situation, seeing it as his desire to be the one in charge, not wanting to answer to anyone. And that led to him making a big mistake. You feel very strongly about this.
Oh
Is
yeah.
there
Oh yeah, because it breaks the black community. It makes us look bad. Somebody got to see it, right? Yeah, I see the urban politician guy. I see the other guys, DJ Academics, King AK, and I hear how they talk about it. They ain't gonna talk about it like this. I'm gonna give you the raw facts. If you're doing that stuff this day and time, if you're living by a street code, that is weak. That is so weak. It is so weak. Snitches get stitches. That's weak. You know, all the street codes is weak, is weak. Ain't nobody doing no time for you. They gonna snitch on you. Get it within your community. Build if you ain't got a community, build you one. Build you one. And all y'all open up all different type business in your community. Somebody need to work on cars, somebody need to be a baker, somebody need to build houses, somebody need to do plumbing, somebody need to do this, that, and the third, all within the community.
You're talking about building strength from within, with everyone contributing their skills to make a real community function together. You want to see a focus on positive action and independence. Is there more to your vision?
Uh that's how the whole America should be. It shouldn't be no monopolized chain grocery store. You should have to buy from the locals. Everything should be community based.
So you're advocating for a country where everything is built around local communities and people support their neighbors' businesses instead of big chains. You see that as the best way to create a fair economy. Is that pretty much what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. You know, everything should be okay. Look at Old Salem. You take Old Salem out of North Carolina, for instance. You go downtown Old Salem. They had the doctors, the bakeries, shoe repair, anything that you could name. It was down there within their community. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely right. Old Salem is a great example of a community that was designed and functioned locally, where people had all their needs met by the businesses within the town. They had bakers, doctors, shoemakers, and craftspeople all working together. That's a perfect illustration of your point about community based living. Is there anything else you want to add about that?
So if you needed something from China, you have to find a source or someone that had connections over there, and that's how you would get that. If you needed something, a part or something from New Jersey or something from a gun store up there, you would find the source and they would tell you whether they had it or not. you deal with within your community and different communities. And that's how it should be. And that's how all communities would thrive.
I hear you. You're emphasizing that community should focus on local production and resources. And when there's a need for something not local, you connect with people you know who have connections elsewhere. You believe that fosters a thriving network and helps all communities succeed. Is there anything else you want to add about that business model?
This how everybody could have money and keep it
Yeah,
within their
you're
community.
describing it. That's it. You believe by keeping money and business local, it supports everyone in the community and creates a stronger and more independent network. Thanks for sharing your perspective on that. Is there another topic you'd like to get into?
This how everybody could stay rich within the community. Nah, man, I'm getting up out of here. Peace. For real, for real.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying. That keeping it local is the key to shared wealth. But I hear you. You're ready to